Hey, what's up, guys? This is Monica Marie. You tuned in to a spoken word poetry boot camp. Listen, you don't want to miss any episode of this series, so go ahead and subscribe. Get your friends involved. We're going to be talking about some tips that will help you grow and excel in this thing called spoken word. So, episode number 1. Tip number 1 in your spoken word boot camp. Get some skin in the game. What do I mean? I mean, you gotta write something, yo. You can't be a spoken word artist without anything to speak. And I know a lot of times some people do freestyle, and those are called, rappers, they freestyle. Even some poets, they freestyle, and that's all good. That's all gravy. But for those of you who write, you can't just write because you have an event coming up. You don't want to just wait until you have an event or open mic or a show before you start writing something. Get some skin in the game. I mean, you have to write when you feel like it, and even write when you don't feel like it. Sometimes we wait on the feeling, like, oh, you feel inspired. I'm an inspired. A lot of times I am inspired to write, meaning that there's an event or there's a circumstance or there's something that I encounter during that day that causes some emotions to rise up on the inside of me. Sometimes there are circumstances, some events, some things that may come up or arise in my life at one particular time or a day or something that causes me to write. And that's all good. I capitalize off of those moments. Capitalize off of those moments when you are inspired to write, when there's something that comes that you encounter that causes you to just desire to put your pen to the pad. Go for it. But what about those times when you aren't inspired? Do you wait? Do you sit on your gift and not write because you don't feel like writing? Get some skin in the game is about writing even when you don't feel like it. I mean, taking just some impromptu writing sessions where, hey, you're at work on your lunch break. Yeah, you're on your lunch break. You're not at work because at work you should be working. But listen, on your lunch break, whenever you have some free time, even if you don't feel like it, go ahead and start to just write. And it doesn't have to be because you're writing for a particular piece or a particular show. Again, the more you write, it's kind of like priming the pump. You know, I grew up in the old school. I grew up in the country, and grandma used to send me to go get some water from the pump. Yes, I'm that young. I know about pumps and pump water. And so a lot of times when you go to the pump, you start priming the pump. Meaning you have to pour a little bit of water in there, and then you start pumping. And the first set of water that you get is not going to be that good water. You know, but you keep pumping, eventually you're going to get to that cool, that refreshing, that pristine type of water that you're excited about. The one that you hold your mouth to the head of the spigot and you drink some because it's so good. But that good water did not come without there first being a priming of the pump. Right. Pick up your pen, pick up your pad, and write. Some people write, they're good at writing first thing in the morning. If that's you, keep a pad and pen next to your bed. Wake up and you just jot down whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, whatever desires to come out. Go ahead and jot it down. You don't have to finish everything. You know what I'm saying? Just get in the habit of writing. Some people, they write better when there's some music. If you have to set up your own quiet time where you got some music, light some candles, do what you have to do, but don't wait on the feeling, if you get what I'm saying. Don't wait on the feeling. So with today's episode, again, being get some skin in the game, I am challenging you, your homework for this session, to write. Pretty simple, right? Just write. Tonight, write. There is often, I believe it's in May or April, where it's National Poetry Month, and the whole thing is about writing a piece of poetry every day of the month. Google some poetry topics, or ask a friend to give you something to write about. Choose something to write about and just write. I'm telling you, the more you write, the more you desire to write. The more you open yourself up for that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you may not feel like doing something, but the more you do it, the more you open yourself up to the ability, or the more you avail yourself to catch that feeling. So that's your homework. Right. Pretty simple. Get a pad and pen. Write when you feel like it. Write when you don't.